Crafty Babes! Welcome to the October Crafty Babe exclusive video. I am doing a process video in this little tiny notebook. I did a poll a little while ago and asked what kinds of videos you guys wanted to see, and you really wanted to see me working in smaller notebooks. So here we are. I have this 3.5 by 5.5 field notes notebook that is my favorite new little size. This has a grid paper on the inside and it's just so magical. And I have this set up for 100 questions about me. This is a prompt project from Are You Kristen, where she gives you 100 prompts, all questions about yourself, and I've picked and chosen. I like to just select which ones I want to work on. This one is comfort food, and I just happen to have a cute picture of my Chick-fil-A dinner that I didn't use for something else, and it is just my favorite, one of my favorites. I have a lot of favorite foods, but this one is this one's just kind of special because we always ate Chick-fil-A when we went to the mall, and I've just learned that I love it even as an adult. So what I'm doing here is putting together just a quick double page with this 3x4 photo, and I've picked out a couple of pieces of cardstock, or not cardstock, but pattern paper with, I want to use like the brown color from the chicken, but I also want to use red, but I wanted it to be a little bit more muted because I want to use some pinks. So I chose this pink dotted, it's kind of like speckles, and a craft paper tag. I also have a couple of pink embellishments going on, and we're just going to kind of figure out how I want this kind of layered. We will see how it turns out. I've made a couple of adjustments and we'll see how it goes. But first of all, I have to use washi tape. This floral washi is some of my absolute favorite washi. I try to use it whenever I can, but you know, I can't use it on everything. Although I'll try. What I love about it is that it's pink and red and green, and so it does go with a lot of things, and it happened to go perfectly with this photo because of the lettuce and the Chick-fil-A. Anyway, let's move on. I created a little place for my elements to rest by putting a washi strip of the buffalo plaid down there about 3/4 of the way down, and then I'm using these green alphas from Studio Calico to kind of make my title. And normally I would measure that out a bit more and make sure that it fit, but I was feeling really rebellious and just like, I'm just gonna make this work. Thankfully, I had enough room for all 5 of those letters. And now I'm using this Pebbles alpha stamp to make the top part of the title. So the title is going to say Chick-fil-A is my jam. So there happens to be, what I think, there happens to be exactly enough to do the chick, the dash, the dash, and the fill A, all with dashes, and an is. But I go to do a practice stamp off, and I have realized I left a letter out. So I had to go back, and I think it's gonna fit perfectly widthwise, but you can't leave out a letter. You can't misspell Chick-fil-A. So I am just adjusting some of the letters, and then I end up having to do the is on a separate stamp. Not a separate stamp, but like a different stamp session. What am I even saying? So I did the Chick-fil-A here, and then I have to go do the I and the S separately. That's more of what I'm trying to say to you. Why are words so difficult? But I hate doing this because I never get them to line up right. I never get them to match. And I'm just trying to be okay with like the willy-nilly randomness of this. I'm gonna look for a label because I feel like I need a third item in that little cluster, but I try this label. I'm using gray because I like things to match, and my counter is gray, so it's a nice complementary color. And I'm trying to put it in with the cluster, but it's not working, friends. And it's not working. So tried and true is I'm going to put it up on the edge, top edge there, because I love having labels hanging off the edges, and it just made a lot of sense because I kind of needed a third place for things to live. So I just trimmed off my label there, and then I'm going to do a smaller little cluster up top with this little cork piece. I'm pretty sure it says my fave, or it says love. And I'm using the quick adhesive liquid glue for that one. I just feel like it works better on that more porous embellishment. I've made some commitments here. Once we get the glue out, there's no going back. I also have this wood grain washi tape that I'm using just as a little addition to that side of the page. Got to get this sucker glued in there. And now you get to see my head. All right, I think we are going to glue that photo down. Oh, I guess not yet. I don't know why I haven't committed to that. There's nowhere else for that to go. But I definitely wanted to do some of these embellishments. I wanted to use easy little embellishments. So I've got the two different size stars from Studio Calico, which I love. I use them so much. All right, gluing down that photo finally. And then I think we just do a couple extra stars and embellishments just to kind of round things out. I'm pretty sure that I found a word strip sticker to put somewhere on that photo. That's a good place for it. Sometimes it's better to just add things to an already existing cluster instead of trying to create its own cluster. And I think that's it. I'm not sure what else. Oh, that's right. I have to put some string on this tag, and then I think we are done. And then after this, you will see some close-up details. One thing I do like to do with the strings, because I don't like them to be kind of all over the place, is I will place them like where it naturally falls, and then I'll just glue the tips so that they don't kind of fall all over the place, especially when I need to photograph it. And that, my friends, is a look at how quick and easy it is to work in a very teeny tiny notebook. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you grabbed a little bit of inspiration from this layout, or even just to try a smaller size. It's really super fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for being here and being Crafty Babe crew members. Talk to you guys soon. Bye!